All right, ready to do macrame? Okay, so for this assignment, let me just tell you first what you'll need. This is the end goal. I'll talk about that in a second, but this is the kind of, we're making a bracelet, and the bracelet has a sliding feature to it. So you can put it on and then put your teeth here and then just pull and it will tighten it up. And you can do it single-handedly, and that's how it looks. So anyway, that's the project. And then, so you'll need your kit. Hopefully you can find it. It has 3 beads and it has 2. This is hemp cording. So grab the cording kit out of your kit. I would suggest a Sharpie marker or something of that nature, and scissors, I think. Oh, and hold on. You need, sorry, I got a cut on my poor little finger tonight. You need tape. So a couple pieces of tape would be great, or if you don't have tape, you can, hold on, I'm getting my other piece of tape and it's all sticky. Okay. Either that or maybe something to clip with or clamp with, or, oh, you're clever, you'll figure it out. Something to kind of keep it stuck onto the table. So undo your kit and pull the beads off. And I have this. Oh, I love this. Have you ever used, this is a complete sidetrack rabbit hole. This is a fingertip moistener. I love it. It's, anyway, tacky finger. It makes your fingers just slightly, instead of licking your fingers all the time, it's this, oh, it's awesome. Anyway, I'm going to use the tray. Sorry, I got off track there. All right, so I'm going to use the tray so that I can hold the beads. Oh, ran away. See, they like to run away, so keep them in a dish or something. There is, you'll notice, a long piece, whoa, and so there's my long piece, very long piece, and a short piece, okay? So the short piece, put that aside for just a minute, don't touch it. I'm gonna up the filming, okay. Now take the long piece, and what I'd like you to do is, and I forgot, grab a ruler, but cut off, I'm gonna measure on my table here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so cut off a 1-foot-long bit. Snip. Okay, and put that aside. This is going to be folded and used for the clasp. So this is going to be constructed into that. So this is one of the last steps. So just don't lose that. And you might even want to, tape it to the table, or I don't know, find a nice way to wrap it and put it in with your little beads. Okay. Next, you're going to take the long strand and fold it into half. So find the ends, match those up, let it do the walking. Okay, now what I want you to do is find that, give yourself about, oh, no, hold on. Okay, yeah, find the end. I hold that thought. Okay, and then on the short one that was in there, again, find the end. Fold it in half. I'll have this written on the website. Fold it, fold it, fold it, find the end. Okay, found the end. Now what you're going to do is you're going to measure off about 2 inches on this end. Okay, and tape it to your table. Now you can go ahead, eventually we're going to cut this, but I found that the tape kind of sometimes pulls. It's better to keep it a loop, because it resists, I don't know, I think it resists a little better. Okay, so I want about 2 inches, and so I'm going to mark it off with my, I'm making dots here with my Sharpie marker. So I know that this is where I begin on, I'm beginning right here. Oh, I should say it this way. I'm going to begin right here and go all the way down. And you can see how this strand, if you can analyze, this strand was the loop that comes up in through here, okay? So now we're going to go down and tape it and note, I don't know if you can get down there, I'll angle it. And again, we want to make sure that we have about 2 inches at the bottom. Okay, now I guesstimated on the size of your wrists, so you might want to just double check that, there's your marks, that goes around okay. So if you, I am so sorry if it's too big or too little, but it should feel, comfortably loose. If you're swimming in it, even with, these are this is where the 2 marks will end. If you're swimming and this is way too big, then you can always make it smaller. It's getting it bigger is going to be trickier, okay? But I figured when I measured it that this was kind of a standard size for someone around your age. So, okay. All right, so I made my 2-inch mark. I folded my short end, 2-inch mark, and made a 2-inch mark, laying them sort of flat. Find my 2-inch mark again. Sorry. Sometimes it wiggles to the other side. You've marked it and then it springs up. Okay. Mark it again. Okay. And then tape that thing down. Okay, here's my midpoint. I don't want to lose my midpoint. All right. Now I found the midpoint, remember, on the long string. I'm not going to mark it. I'm just going to make sure I know where it is. And I'm going to put this whole little number up here. My midpoint is right here. Okay. Just leave it there. Okay, now I want to plan my design. You do not have to use the beads. I just threw them in there because I thought it's nice to have beads if you wanted the beads in there. And guy or girl, these beads are wooden and they tend to, they're kind of uni beads. All right, so you decide on your pattern, but there's 2 kinds of knotting we're going to do. There's the flat knotting, and then there's this twist. So if you're like, oh, I want the twist all the way, and then I want it flat, and then I want it to twist, then you can do it that way. Or you can do where I did. I did all the flat, flat, flat. I twisted it in the front, and then flat, flat, flat. You can decide that you want the beads on the end and one in the middle. I mean, however you want, wherever you want those beads to go or not go, that's up to you, okay? So I am going to plan and say, okay, so I'm going to do a similar thing, okay? So my halfway point is about right here. You can measure how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so hey. So I'm going to put a bead in the middle. And I think I'd like this was actually pretty good because I want my beads to rest on top of my wrist. I don't really want them on the side, so they were only like 1 inch apart. So I'm making a mark where each bead will go. So when I come to it, because you go knotting along, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh crud, where should the bead go? And then you get lost a little bit. So I like marking it with the ink, and I cover the ink up so it just doesn't tend to show. All right, so we're going to call this video planning. Let's plan. So there's your plan. It should look like this, and then we'll get to knotting, okay? So I'll go to the next video and we'll knot.